Okay, you're gonna like this one too. So as I promised, I'm gonna take new construction in Eagle, Idaho. We're gonna do a property tour, and I'm gonna take this house and I'm gonna set it in Caldwell, Nampa, Cuna, Mountain Home, and I'm gonna give you the price over there versus what we have here. So we're gonna do this property tour in Eagle, Idaho, and it's almost 4,000 square feet. So let's go take a look. Come on. Let's start this property tour in Eagle, Idaho. This floor plan is called the Ponderosa by CBH Homes, and it's almost 4,000 square feet. It's 3,937 square feet, and it is a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath, and this one is a multi-gen home. And first of all, let me show you this. The vaulted ceilings with the catwalk over there when you first walk in. I love that. So multi-gen is when you can put grandma in here along with your own family. So you've got different generational levels. And off to the right, let's start there with that. So first of all, we've got LVP flooring all through this house, except for upstairs, which they have carpet. Before I get to the living room, I'm gonna show you where we would put, say, grandma or maybe a young child that you wanna put in on the lower level. So this would be the guest bathroom. So it's a half bath, and it has a pedestal sink. Oh my gosh, I'm losing it today. And the walls are a gray color. They're keeping with the gray theme, gray carpet. And this is where we walked in. So you're getting the light from the foyer entry area from outside. This would be, let's say, grandma or grandpa's room. Okay, and then what they have in this one is their own bathroom. So remember I said this is a 5-bedroom, so one of the bedrooms is down here. So they have Formica countertops, they've got the new sleek cabinets that they've been putting in everywhere. Lots of open windows. You know what I want to show you is that before you get to the closet and the bathroom, there's a big window right here. Yes, you can see the other house, but the reason being is because the fence isn't up. But where you see the lump on the ground, that's where the fence is going to be. So there'll be privacy here. So grandma has a soaker tub. If I was recommending anything, I would put a step-in shower. So they don't have to lift their legs up. But that's just me. Not everybody has to have a step-in shower. And then over here to the left, we have the walk-in closet. And it's pretty spacious. And what I like is that they have, this is where the entryway is to the condition crawl space. So I'm gonna pop this lid so you guys can see it. I know I've shown it in other of the floor plans, but in case this is the first time you've seen this. So they have, as you can see, the insulation in the crawl space. It's about 18 inches. So if you're doing any electrical work or plumbing, it's easy to make the fixes that way. Unlike where I'm from, it's all on slab, which is concrete, and you have to break up the concrete if you had a plumbing breakage. So let me switch around here now. We'll go back through the bedroom, and we'll go back out through this direction into the living room. So Eagle, Idaho is a town that's just west of Boise, and it's still in Ada County. It is one of our most spendy cities that we have in the Treasure Valley. So this house in particular is out of this floor plan. It's this one that I'm standing in is the cheapest valued home. It's for the Ponderosa. It's $899,990, so basically $900. And they're doing a $30,000 promo for the month of August 2026. So if you happen to be watching this at any other month or time of the year, make sure you reach out to us to get the new numbers and what this builder happens to be giving for pricing. Sometimes wintertime they might drop the price a little bit and give higher incentives, but this is a really good price and for Eagle. The average price in homes in Eagle is creeping up to almost $1 million. So this one's right about the average price of homes. So nice fireplace. If you recall, and you've seen the other series with this builder, he doesn't put fireplaces. Remember I had mentioned that each city is going to be a little different. Some will have granite, quartz, fireplaces, and then the others will have Formica. I've even seen where he's got vinyl siding versus hardy board wood siding. All right, lots of windows in here, very, very important, because it's not a low ceiling, but it's not a vaulted ceiling. So you want to make sure you have a lot of windows to give that open feel. So he's got the dining area right here. This is a great room. So let me back up so you can see that the living room flows into the dining room, which flows into the kitchen, which is wonderful when you're entertaining. So right here in the middle, you can easily put a 12-seater. That's how big this is. It's kind of hard to explain, but when you're dealing with almost 4,000 square feet, there's a lot of floor space there. Something different that we have never seen in his other floor plans is the end cabinets in the island. Isn't that kind of cool? And he has quartz countertops here, as you can see, and he's got that undermount sink that we've seen in all the other videos. And then you can put bar stools here. And then there's the end I was telling you about. So let's see where he's got, you know what's not code anymore and you don't have to have it is electricity outlets in the island. And he did not put it in there. So some of them are doing it with a pop-up button, but that's not it. Where the electrical outlet pops up, but I don't see that he's got electrical in here. So he has a Butler's pantry, nice, like that. Nice backsplash that goes all the way up. What I want to check out, which because it's Eagle, I'm assuming so, but you never know, you know what they say about assuming, is that it's soft close. So let's make sure it's soft close. Here we go. Yepers, it is soft close. So upper cabinets above the refrigerator. And then he's got the water outlet for the refrigerator for ice and water. More cabinets here. Let me zoom in on the quartz. So it's a creamy white quartz color with gray accent. And then the backsplash is like a cream color. Electric stove. It's a 5-burner oven with a microwave above. And then what I want to show you, he's got the double door slider. We'll go outside last after we come back downstairs. Walk-in pantry is really large, which is smart. When you have a 4,000 square foot home and a 5-bedroom, you better have a big pantry or it's going to be a really big problem for your home. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelves. And you know the typical pantry is just that back end, right? Nope, it's the entire wall. I love that. So we're gonna go where the garage is. This is a 3-car garage. What's interesting on this floor plan is he put a 2-car on one side and a 1-car on the other side, which I'll show you when we step outside. Coat closet here to the right. And then we've got our mud room, because in Idaho we have mud rooms. Yes, we get a little bit of snow. Remember, we don't get a lot of snow because we're high desert. Now, if you go north, McCall and all that, Coeur d'Alene, yeah, they get a lot of snow. But we still have wet, conditions. So it's nice to be able to come in here, put your shoes in here, put your coats, and put it away so it's not an eyesore for everybody else in the house. You don't see it. And then, storage closet underneath the stairs. Always a smart idea. Oh, look at there. So we have a second crawl space, little latch right there. So you can access it from the other side of the house, or you can access it from this side of the house, so you don't have to crawl all the way through the house to get to one end to the other. Let's look at the garage. So this is the 2-car garage. Oh, he's got stairs here, so it's on a higher elevation, so they put the stairs in. And the water heater should be, yep, there it is. Water heater over there in the corner. And we have the electrical panel over to the right, along with the, sprinkler system. All right, so let's back out of here and go back into the kitchen. Okay, you know what happened just there? That is a automatic close for fire rated door. So you should be able to open it halfway and it automatically shuts. It's an Idaho code thing. All right, so now we are going to go up up the stairs. So all the bedrooms except for, I keep calling it the grandma suite, is upstairs. Again, check this out. Look at all the natural light coming in from all the windows. So the reason I love this is my house is very similar. I call it the cathedral ceiling look. So you walk in and you get that grand experience. Now the staircase, really hard to explain, but it's, I would say, an extra foot wider than most staircases. So great job there, thumbs up on that one. So we're gonna go up and I'm going to show you there's a second living room in here. So we have the living room downstairs, but if you have a bunch of kiddos, what's great is they can make a mess up here and we don't have to worry about it downstairs. And the volume, the noise, all of that is going to be retained up in this area. I do that. I have that on my house. My house has a movie theater upstairs. The girls have their bathrooms and their bedrooms upstairs, their own individual bathrooms. And so I never even knew where they were. It's like they had their own house. Okay, so we have, here's what I would have recommended for the downstairs bedroom is the walk-in shower. So we have that here with one sink, and it's got the Formica. They carried the LVP flooring through the wet areas, which is up here. And then they have this really beautiful gray with white with a little bit of black speckles in it. And it looks like a linen closet. Let me make sure. Yep, it's a linen closet out here. It's actually a very large overflow because of the hanging rod right there. You can create it as a closet or both. And then this is a bedroom right off of that bathroom. And then this one has a view of one of the roads. So right across the street from here, it's all hazy and smoky, but right across from here is Legacy and another new Eagle Dale ranch, these are all some new developments. So this is on the western, here's the closet, western side of Eagle. So if you're familiar with Eagle, we are in the northwestern corner if you were to look at a map, and Eagle being a complete square. I like this. This is really cool. Check it out. This is from up above looking down. I call it the catwalk, even though both sides is not open. Technically, both sides would be open. But look at the view from up here. Pretty awesome. Love it. All right, so the laundry room is upstairs with all the bedrooms being up here, totally appropriate. LVP luxury vinyl planking in here, same as below. Again, I mentioned this before, if you guys are from the West Coast and you're used to having a gas dryer hook-in, we don't have that here. We have electric because we have electric hydro power, which is a lot cheaper than gas. And they put in a laundry shelving and rods up above. Nice if you're trying to hang wet shirts or whatnot. So we're going to go out now and we are going to check out this area. And then we're going to go down the hallway and I'm going to go left. Here's another closet. Let's check out. Oh, you know what I should do before I go left? Well, left is, there's the furnace. So the furnace is kept up here. Nice for maintenance, so you don't have to go out in the garage. But I'm gonna go left so you can see the master bedroom. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is the master bedroom. And what I like about this floor plan in my house is built in 2006, so you don't see this anymore. I call it his and her closets. So here's one closet right off of the bedroom. Okay, let's go across over here. It's a nice spacious bedroom. I easily could get a king size bed, 2 nightstands, an ottoman chair over in this corner. Very big, nice and spacious. All right, this is the primary bathroom. You have his and hers sinks with the quartz countertops, undermount sink, which is expected for Eagle and especially in this price point. And you have separate tub, separate shower. And remember I told you what you don't find anymore? Here's the other closet. And I love that. I do not want to share my closet with my husband. It's super important coming from where I did. My closet was itty bitty and we both had to share it. It was ridiculous. Thinking back, I just don't even know how we functioned or yelled at each other all the time. I know that. And then there is the attic access from up here. So we have 2 crawl space accesses downstairs and then the attic access here. And then we have the other sink, undermount sink again. And you know what's sad because of these fires? This house actually has an incredible view of Bogus Mountain, and you're not going to be able to see that right now. But that's going to be worth its weight in gold with that view. And then we have the privacy bathroom with a door. And if you remember the other floor plans that I had, a lot of them do not have the privacy door. It's kind of in with the shower. But I love that they carried the LVP throughout the bathroom. Duh. Ceiling fan in the master bedroom, super important. So let's go down the hallway. So far we've got 1 bedroom downstairs. We just saw bedroom number 2 upstairs, the primary, which is 3. And then I'm assuming this is another, oh, no, that was the furnace. I'm losing my mind. Okay, too many rooms in this house. 4,000 square feet. Okay, so this one is 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th bedroom. Views of, you see where all those trees are way in the background? That's where Boise River is. So you can, if you want to go out and see the Boise River, you just basically go across the street. Eagle Island Park is just maybe 3 minutes from here via car. Nice big closet. Again, I'm just going to peek over because I really like this. Check it out. Oh, love it. Make sure you don't jump over. Oh, you know, it'd be really fun. Put a bungee cord and just bounce yourself off of here. Just jump. Okay, no ideas for kids watching this. Okay, so for all of those bathrooms, the 2 that we just saw, this is the hallway bathroom. Formica countertops, 2 sinks, a lot of closet, drawer space. We got drawers and cabinets here. And super important, the tub and the toilet have their own door. So someone could be in here brushing their teeth while somebody is also in here showering. Love that idea. Do they put the soft clothes all the way up here? Let's check it out. Yes, they do. That is awesome. Okay, so then we have number 5 bedroom, and it's big. It's a nice size one too. And with the closet over here, and this one faces the front of the house. And oh, didn't even mention this. This is a cul-de-sac, so you're not going to have a bunch of cars driving back and forth. If you have kiddos that like to ride their bikes, they can just do it in the cul-de-sac. You know, so I love that. Low noise. And I showed you the road outside. I haven't heard a car. Granted, I do talk a lot, but I have not even heard one car go by. All right, so what else I want to say about this house? So this house happens to be, again, it's new construction in Eagle, Idaho, and it's on a 0.181 acre. Let's see, all the bedrooms are upstairs except for the 1. And Eagle is probably, I would say, one of our faster growing cities. We've got about 45,000 people, a lot of retirees. I used to do relocation seminars, and a lot of people love Eagle. And the seminars were more retire, fire, PD from the West Coast. They love to gravitate over here. All right, so now what I want to do is show you that backyard that I promised, and then we'll show you the front of the house. And then I'm going to recap, like I told you, all the different towns. Let's see, what towns do I got? I got Caldwell, Mountain Home, Middleton, Nampa, Cuna, and Meridian, where you can find this floor plan. And the prices vary greatly. And so will the product inside. So you may not have a fireplace in Caldwell where you have one in Eagle. You may not have the covered patio like you do in Eagle with Caldwell, you know, so, and Mountain Home too. So some areas the prices are lower and some areas the prices are higher, but the square footage is still the same. The bedroom count is still the same. So where you guys see the bumps, these little lumps in the ground, that's the lot where you're going to put your fencing. Now, with the incentives, let's see, what does this one have? Let me look really quick. This one has a $30,000 promo, so you can use that money to landscape the backyard. The front is always included. You can put blinds in the house. Whatever's left over, you can buy down your interest rate. You know what's interesting is I'm trying to see where the side fence goes. I think it's way over. Oh, it is. This is a really nice sized lot. Do you see where the two green boxes are on the ground? That's your irrigation. So that's where the line is. And then you have a gate over here that they automatically include. They include the wings. That's what they call those. Let me show you. I'm going to back over here because I want to show you this side of the house. Love the color. Look at the pitch on the house. Well, we saw that when we were in there, how they pitched it in the living room. But it's really big. And let's see the back of it. And then you got a covered patio. And then let's go to the other side. The other side's more narrow, I notice, because the fence is going to be pretty close here. But that other side is really awesome. You have so much. You can put a storage shed back there. You can put garden beds. Hey, second gate. I've noticed that they do the second gate a lot now. And then remember the crawl space? This is their ventilation for the crawl space. So in the summertime, spring, and most of winter, you keep it open so it keeps the airflow going. The only time you want to close that is in the wintertime if it gets below 20 degrees, because then that's just, you don't want anything freezing underneath there. All right, let's check out the front of the house. All right, here we go. Okay, again, I'm going to show this to you because it's so cool. Love it. Okay, remember I said that it's a 2-car and a 3rd car? So here's the patio, covered patio, and then the cul-de-sac. Let me show you. So they have nice siding here. A couple of steps, so I'm stepping down. Here is that garage that I was talking about. So there's a 3rd car. Not super deep, but it'll fit, especially when you have a 5-bedroom. You know you're going to have kiddos that are going to have cars eventually. That was our biggest mistake. We got a 3-car, and I thought, oh, it's big enough. Oh, when you got 2 girls, a husband, and myself, I wish I had gotten an RV. So 2 on this side and 1 on this side. And then I did tell you that they do the landscaping in the front. So you can see they put the stone on the front of the house, and then you have grass, a tree, and then on the other side they give you stone in between your neighbors. All right, love the elevation. The elevation is what the outside of the house looks like. So you can have a modern elevation, you can have a country elevation, just multiple different ones. Now this builder, you cannot pick that out. More semi-custom builders you can. This particular builder will just, you know, he'll build the house and this is it. You don't get to pick your selections. Some of the custom builders do still allow you to pick your selections. So let's break down now this house. If you really like a 4,000 square foot home, let's break this down, and I'm going to give you the pricing for all the different places. Okay. So in Eagle, we're doing a property tour in Eagle, Idaho, and this house is $899,990 with a $30,000 promo. This is considered the multi-gen floor plan. And if we want to take this house, the least expensive home with this floor plan is in Caldwell, and I'm going to round it up. It's $649,990, so I'm going to round them all up by, what is it, 10 bucks to make it $650. So this is $650 in Caldwell on 0.180 of an acre. Okay, and this one happens to be, you saw how big that is back there. I think Let's see, where's the Eagle one? I think it was almost 0.3. I didn't write it down, sorry about that. And then Mountain Home is our second highest price at $660. I'm rounding it up. And the lot size on that one is 0.220. Then we have Middleton. Middleton is in between Star and Caldwell. So that one is $680, and that's on 0.190. Then we had Nampa, not Napa, Nampa. That's in Canyon County, and so is Middleton. We happen to be in Ada County. So Nampa is 700,000 even at 0.3 of an acre, just shy of a third. And Kuna, not Kuna, so if you start calling it Kuna, they're gonna know you're not from here. So make sure you say Kuna, even though it's spelled K-U-N-A. That one is 790 at 0.185, and that's also Ada County. Meridian, we all know and love Meridian. It's the #1 place to raise a family, USA Today. Meridian is 840 for this floor plan. Almost a quarter of an acre. It's 0.233. So see how the prices vary from here at 900,000 to down to 650,000 depending on location. This is why I love showing this to you. Some will have the fireplace, some won't. Some will have carpet in the living room. This one has luxury vinyl planking, but majority of them should have the quartz in the kitchen. Now, all of this stuff changes on a monthly basis, so you want to reach out to our team and make sure that you get the current pricing, the current promos during the time frame, and each city that you want to be in. And remember, we have that thing called the Relocation Guide that we can send to you, so you can learn about the Caldwell, Nampa, Eagle, all the different locations, Ada County versus Canyon County, Mountain Home. Mountain Home is way over there on the east side of Boise, about another 30 minutes outside of town where we have our military. So knowing all the areas is super important for you, knowing what the price of the homes is depending on the season and what promos, super important. We can get that list for you. Just call, like, share, subscribe, and follow us. So this is Denise Abmont with Abmont Realty, and I look forward to seeing you guys at our next open house. Bye-bye.